Another bright and beautiful day. Hey guys, welcome back to the Laid Back Homestead. I'm Krystle, and today is seed haul day. We're gonna unbox some seeds. I went ahead and placed a small seed order when my squash seeds were acting like they weren't gonna do anything. So yeah, I honestly don't even remember all what I placed. So we'll go open that and then have a little chat about seeds. I'm going to start some of these new squash seeds today, and I'm going to start some more peanuts. Sorry if you can hear my hose going in the background. Garden chore day, gotta water things. This is my gorgeous seed box, my gorgeous seed collection, and I've got a lot in here. It is organized. I know it looks chaotic, but it is organized. And so we're gonna open up these seeds, figure out what we're starting today, and then get them put where they need to be. Alrighty. This is not a huge seed haul. We're basically in between seasons. So my bigger seed hauls will come probably more in the fall and leading up towards December. I'm so hot out here right now. So, a couple of things that I had come across. Some are for fall and some are for right now. And I, of course, will put a little picture up of what these are. So this is an early prolific straight neck. We will start that today. This is a hybrid. Again, with the hybrids, I don't always do hybrids for most things, but for squash I do because it's greenhouse production. This is a hybrid winter squash autumn frost. I have another hybrid. This is zucchini raven. And I'm hoping that with these hybrids, I will be able to get decent production out of my greenhouse. That's the whole idea here. I'm going to start all of the squash today. But what I'm thinking about doing is actually, for the first time ever, attempting to grow some hydroponically. We'll see. Then, new to me ever is a leek. I've never grown leeks. This is more for fall. I'll start these in a few weeks. Around the same time, I will be doing my onions. Now, I got two hybrids. This is the onion candy and the hybrid yellow granix. And the reason why I'm doing hybrids is because I have not had success growing big onions. I think it's due to a lack of sun. Yes, I have to grow short day varieties for where I live in Louisiana, which I have, but I've still just never been super successful with onions. So I thought maybe if I try hybrid varieties, I may do better. And then we have here some Goliath original. This is a tomato seed. I haven't quite narrowed down my tomatoes for fall. That will be a future video where I will be deciding what tomatoes will go through here, and we'll decide what tomatoes we want to do for fall. So that is the seed haul. Now I know I'm going to start these three varieties for sure, but this is my pepper row right here. Well, actually right here. And I'm trying to decide, some of these I didn't grow and some of them didn't grow well. I have some Carolina Reapers that I didn't start. I don't know why. For whatever reason, time got away from me. And then my Tabasco. These are the ones I had saved from my own plants last year. And I started a good bit of them with you guys in another video. The issue I had was that I went on vacation and ended up losing all of them. So I think these I'm going to start in a Ziploc bag. I may hold off on these and do these hydroponically. I may hold off. I have one Tabasco in my hydroponic system, so I may hold off on that. But I think today I am going to start a few Carolina Reaper seeds, just a few, to put out. I'm not sure where though, but I do have all of those tomato buckets that I could convert. Well, I have here my same cups that I've been using, and even my same tags that I've been using to plant these seeds. Some of the names were the same, ironically enough. So I'm just going to plant these out and hopefully we get something. It's a little windy here today, hoping that means rain is coming. And this soil is nice and warm because it sits outside. So there is no reason why these shouldn't work. Curious to know, if you are starting seeds right now, what are you starting? What can you get away with starting right now? Where I'm at in zone 9A, it's really, this time of year, you're looking at, pumpkins, melons, okra, eggplant, basically things that can tolerate our heat, which isn't a whole lot. Squash does okay. In the greenhouse, for me, the greenhouse is still a work in progress. Oh, these are a little small. And I am only doing one seed per cell. These are new seeds, so I'm kind of holding out hope maybe that the germ rate will be better, even though, making sure I put that in the right spot. I had the right variety. The other thing I'm wondering is if birds may have been coming and picking out my seeds. I like leaving them outside because, and of course, pepper seeds are tiny. I don't know if you can even see that. But I like leaving my seedlings outside because it's warm and they get the rainwater and that's nice. But I'm sitting here just thinking in my head, I'm wondering if that's why maybe my germ rates have been so bad. Granted, you could tell by the paper towel method we did, some of them just never came up. In fact, I think today's the day we'll go check on them real quick and see how they're doing, since I want to get some peanuts going too. And I think I will put my peanuts in my greenhouse for safekeeping from the squirrels. So this is 2 of my self-wicking buckets. One of them is the build from Amazon, the kit you can get, and the other one is the homemade build. And I'm going to put my peanuts in here and then more than likely move them into the greenhouse. At least on my up here, I can kind of keep an eye on them from the squirrels. So let's see. So this time around, I did something a little bit different. I unshelled the peanuts and I soaked them in rainwater before planting. Normally, I don't have to do all of this. You could just plant the whole peanut as you've seen me do before, but because I was dealing with a lot of pest pressure, I'm hoping, pests, i.e. squirrels, I'm hoping that this will help me out. And I've never grown peanuts in buckets before. I've only grown them in my raised beds. So I don't really know how these are going to do, but I'm getting desperate. And I'm not too worried about the time of year I'm planting them because with the greenhouse, if I need to overwinter them, I can. That's just a generic store-bought peanut, non-roasted, non-salted, just raw peanut from the store. I figured while we were out here, I would just come check on my vermicompost that I harvested. I did look under the cucumbers. So far, no straggling worms, no no hitchhiking worms out of the system. So that's good. I will leave this here a few more days. And I'm not sure if you can tell, but we've got some things germinating in here. And the way that I view my compost is that if it's broken down enough for seeds to germinate, then it's safe enough for me to put around my already well-established plants. And that's just my way of looking at it, but I've never had a problem. While we're out here, I'm just gonna go ahead and do a quick tour of the greenhouse since we're chatting about squash. Sorry about the fan, but it is a necessity. It is, yeah, that hot in here. So we have some seeds we had planted out direct sown that are finally coming up. That's a yellow summer. My sure thing over here didn't come up, so that bag is empty as of now. We will hopefully get something sprouting from today and can use. We have another sure thing that did come up. Mashed potato squash. I believe that was an early prolific. My peppers are in here. And we did direct sow. This one, I don't remember. Some of these varieties, my volunteer tomato, my patch of volunteer tomatoes. But so far it looks like the squash we've transplanted out is doing a really good job. And then some of the ones we started in the Ziploc baggies that sprouted and got placed are coming along nicely too. It's kind of hard to see if I'm in focus here. These were our Ziploc baggies. We had started the seeds. I'm just coming out to check and see if anything germinated. They are super warm and super wet. So if nothing germinated, the seeds, at this point, I'm just gonna call them. It's been several days. These ones were 5 years old, so I'm just gonna dump the rest of that pack. And then this was the dwarf sunflower. That was the early prolific from 2020. This was the dwarf sunflower. And oh, they just molded. They did not germinate. Again, really old seeds, but now I know where I stand. I guess I have to do another seed order for sunflower varieties. If you have any recommendations or any sunflowers you really like, please comment it down below so I can pick some up. So it's just a quick little video today, an update on our squash. Hopefully we get something germinating. I miss having fresh squash, you know, zucchini and all that to eat. So it'd be nice to be able to start getting that back. It's super hot here, so I have to be very limited with what chores I do during the middle of the day. So it is what it is. But if you enjoy this type of content, gardening content, cooking content, and homesteading content, I encourage you to subscribe. I appreciate your time, and until next time, stay blessed.